options A to Z and Z to A. This is the okay. We have completed the group by also, right? Understood until this one the group by. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now next thing, this option use first row as headers. Use first row as headers in the sense like in some cases by default it will not identify the column names. It will come as column 1, column 2, column 3. Now in this case, let me take the same Excel file from the customers table from the Excel file again. We'll see. Because when there is proper, it is not identified the column names properly, then we can use this option where the first row, this first row will become as header for the table. Second, let it load. Okay, let me load the customers one again. Yeah, it is loaded. I think here it is properly only. One second, I am getting it. Now here when I am refreshing again, see. See, now when the data is, oh, okay, I think it is automatically taking the first one. Wait, I will tell you. This is the initial one, right? Now when I have refreshed the data, we need to use first row as headers. So that what happens, see, use first row as headers, use headers as first row. Okay, if you want to use this row, the headers as first row, it will come here and this will be replica. Now in my case, the second one is the customer column header actually. For that, you need to use this option. Now here in this step, it is automatically identified, but I am deleting this. Normally, it will come like that. Then you can click this option so that the first row will become as header. Now see the column 1, column 3, column. But even though it is not correct, right? Now this the first row is header. So you need to do once again so that the first row will become as headers. Like this, we need to set the proper headers. Understood here? Just about the this only, just making the first row as headers. That is the option available here. Just we will do that. Now later, this one. Replace values. Replace values we will use regularly when we are identifying any proper any text characters or something we want to replace or any names to be replaced. Normally, sometimes what will come is, for example, if I have taken the customer names. In my case, what I will get is someone will type as Walmart, someone will type as Walmart INC. Like even for Amazon store, someone will type like Amazon. So we need to maintain the uniform names so that it will be not duplicate, right? At that cases, we will use replace values so that it will load the proper information. Now, in this case, I am taking what? Wherever we have at the rate in the customer name, I want to make a space. Wherever we have the at the rate, then I am replacing the value with space. Just click on this particular column, use replace values. Which value to be find out. Now I want to find out the at the rate and replace with space. Okay, now see you are getting this proper information. Like this you can segregate. Now in this case I have taken only at the rate place space. You can do the characters also. For example, we have the bill. Wherever the bill is there, we can replace with some other name. Like that we can do all these calculations. Now one second. Here we have anything. Okay. Okay, here itself we will make that changes only. Okay, what we will do here, wherever we have this one, right, the bill, just we will replace with some other name. Just you can click directly replace values here also, and you can have here itself directly replace values. If you want to find out name with some other name, wherever we identified bill, I am replacing with just A. Then when I
ఉన్న
click,
వాల్యూస్
hello,
క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆల్సో చేంజ్ అన్నయ్య.
క్యారెక్టర్స్ కూడా చేంజ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్
ఓకే
ఎగ్జాంపుల్
ఓకే.
బి అని ఉందనుకో, సి ఓన్లీ the B is identified as A. Earlier everything is same. Okay, like this just we can replace the values wherever it is required. This will be helpful in the real time scenarios also, because we will not get the proper names at the time. We need to do like this, we will replace it. Otherwise we can create the new column also. In yesterday itself I have done in my case like that. I said no, proper column names has been not identified. At that time I used it to replace with the proper names for the uh, mismatching the duplications, it will be properly. So that's why what I have done is I have different customers, I have replaced the proper names, and finally we will have the unique names instead of the duplicates one like Walmart, Walmart, INC, Amazon, BJS, Costco, something like that. Just for replace, you can use single character or single word itself. Okay, you understood about this one. Now we'll go to this one. This is the mostly used one, and this will be helpful. Even in the interviews also, you will have direct question on these two topics. What is merge and what is append? Okay, first thing, merge in the sense point of SQL. When you are doing the joins, right, from one table to another table, we'll get the information by having proper column between the both of them. The same thing we can do by using the Excel also, right? Like by using the VLOOKUP. The same thing we will do here itself by using the merge queries. Wait, I will take the first example in the Excel, or we will do the same thing in here also first. First thing here, order details. Okay, we'll check orders. Okay, here in the orders table, I have the information, everything, and I have the customer number, but we don't have the customer name. Okay, if I go to the customers table, here for the customer number, we have the customer name also. Then we need to join these two tables and we will fetch the information what we require, right? The same thing we will do here. First we'll, okay, anyway, this is, we'll discuss in the SQL. Now, if you want to do the same thing in Excel, what we will do? Just we will do the VLOOKUP. Okay, now here I have the orders table. And here I have only the customer ID. I don't have the customer name. If I want to fetch the customer name here, name I am keeping, just we will do VLOOKUP. I am getting the customer name for each of them based on the customer ID. The same thing now we will do in the SQL. This is Power Query. This is called merge queries. Okay. If you want to take the information from other tables, we will use the merge queries. Now the same concept which we have done, right? For the orders table, we are taking the information from the customers. That is what we will do here in the Power Query Editor. Okay, here first I need to load the customers table again. Just now I deleted that, and here these two are coming from the SQL. Okay, we will use the old one only. 1 second. I will load that information from the S. I'm loading the customers again. Okay, here this is, see, now this is not properly identified, right? Just I am using this option, use first row as header, so that it will come properly. And here we have unwanted columns. Other than these three, remaining are everything empty, right? So just select these three columns and remove other columns so that it will be done. And here, see, now it is showing empty. So that you want to remove that empty records also, that's fine. Just remove empty, or you can do otherwise select except null, so that you will don't have any empty records. Now that data set is proper. Now we'll go to the critical orders and we will make the information to there. Okay, now when I click on here, we have the merge queries. Merge queries, we have two options, like merge queries as new, merge queries. Merge queries in the sense, in the particular table, now we are in the critical orders table, right? Here itself, the new one will be created. Merge queries as new in the sense, this critical orders will be created as duplicate and we can perform the action. Now we'll see this one, the first one. When I am clicking on merge queries, now the first table, what we are now in the critical orders, right? By default, the table has been identified and it is showing all the columns. Now in the first table, I am selecting the customer ID and I want to fetch the customer name from the customers to table. I am selecting the customers to, and you can give the relationship. Normally, what we will do in the VLOOKUP, right? Just we will match these two columns. No, that is what I am doing here also. And here you are seeing multiple join options. When you are in the Excel, it will ask for left join, right join, inner join, and outer join, right? Even here also we have the same options: left, right, outer, inner, left anti, right anti. These two are extra coming from the SQL. Here what happen in the left table, what it will fetch? From the left table you will get the everything, and from the right table you will get the matching records. But see here, only left table, the matching records you will not get from the right table. Only the matching records from the left table, only you will get it. That is the difference between left outer left anti and right outer right anti. Now we will perform the left outer join. I have clicked it. See, the selection is matches. 8399 rows is matching from the first table, because whatever the customer IDs we have in the merge queries, this critical orders, all are available in the customer ID. Normally in the Excel, we will get error like hash NA error if it is not available. The same thing here, just it is matching. Now when I click on OK, see, that table is created. Directly the column is not created, because in Excel or SQL, we will write the column, what the column is required. But here we have not written any column which want to fetch out. Just we have given relationship merge between both the tables, right? So it is just the table is created here itself. Now you can click on this icon and you can select the column which you required. Now, if I, anyway, I have the customer ID, right? Now, if I want to take the customer name and the customer segment, see, the customer name and customer segment has been in the critical orders table. Understood? This is merge queries. This will be most helpful. And even in the interviews also, there will be direct questions on this merge and append.
ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తావా?
Okay, okay.
నువ్వు
ఒకసారి
క్లాస్ లేదని జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు.
ఓకే ఓకే, నేను మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఇదే టేబుల్లో ఇంకొకటి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ చూద్దామా లేదంటే. Okay, now with the okay, anyway we have taken already the customers, right? The same thing we will do for the product also.
అలాగే ఎక్సెల్ ఆల్సో సేమ్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఉంటాయా? ఇప్పుడు మెర్జ్
ఎక్సెల్‌లో
చేసాం
అయితే
కదా!
డైరెక్ట్‌గా ఎక్సెల్‌లో ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఫార్ములా రాశాను కదా! వీలుకప్.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఈ ఫార్ములాకి రీప్లేస్ పవర్ క్వెరీలో వచ్చేసి మర్జ్ క్వెరీస్ జస్ట్ అంతే. అంటే
ఓకే.
సేమ్ ఇక్కడ మర్జ్ క్వెరీస్‌లో మనకు జరుగుతుంది ఏందంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్‌గా మనం ఎస్‌క్యూఎల్‌లో ఏదైతే ఫంక్షన్ రాస్తామో లైక్ లెఫ్ట్ జాయిన్, రైట్ జాయిన్ అని మనం ఇక్కడ సేమ్ ఆప్షన్ చేస్తున్నాం అంతే.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
Okay. Now anyway we have taken the customer. We will do the same thing for the product ID. Here we have the product ID, but we don't have the product name here. Okay. The product name is available in the products table, and here we have both the columns. Here also we have the product ID, and in the critical orders table also we have the product ID, but we don't have this information like product name, product container, and everything. Normally it's the same thing like in the Excel we will do VLOOKUP for all the columns which we require. In the SQL we will do join between the both the tables. The same thing we will do here. What we have done for the customers, right? The same thing we will do. First come to the critical orders table, click on the merge queries. Now we want to join with the products table, right? Click on the product and select the column. Here I am selecting the product ID, and here also we need to select the product ID. Then it will map the records. Just click on OK. I am taking the left join only because I need to get all the information from the critical orders and matching information from the product table. I am clicking on OK. Now it will map up all the rows from the both the tables and it will give the information. Now when you see here, the product table directly loaded here. Okay, now you can expand it and you can select the required column which you want to see. Now in my case, I want only the product name to be loaded. Just you can click on the product name so that it will be loaded automatically to the critical orders table. Now you can see. Got it. Now we have a product name here itself. See, for example, see here we are getting nulls because maybe this product ID is not available. For earlier, I have for the testing only I have removed that three. I think three product IDs I have removed it. We'll check it. See here for this one we are getting null. We'll check the product ID. Here for the product ID 5, 6, and 7 we are getting nulls because here in the products table we don't have the 5, 6, 7. See here until 4 we have 5, 6, 7 is skipping because as the product ID 5, 6, and 7 is not available in the products table, for that information we are getting the blanks here. Got it? If what the same thing when you are doing in the Excel, right, you will get as NA error because that is not has been identified. Now in the Power BI it is coming as just null because that product ID is not available in the customer products table, so that's why it is coming. Now let me add that product to, yeah, this one earlier I have removed for that example only. Now let me add this again back here. Second, okay, now okay, I am saving this information. Now when I click on this refresh, now we are seeing the blanks, right? Just I am taking the refresh again. Now you will don't have any nulls because the product 567 product ID is already added, right? So you will not get any nulls in this case. Wait, they're still refreshing. Just I am removing this filter step so that you will not have any nulls. Even for the 567 product also you will get the information. Now we'll filter here. See, you don't have any nulls because the product has been identified again. This is the left merge join. Understood the merge queries. We will take one more example. Like we will do, anyway, I am removing this customer name, customer segment and product here. The steps only I am removing. Just you can delete it. Now what we will do, we will do the same thing in the new tables. Like here, we have one more option, right? Merge queries as new. We will perform that action again. Just I am deleting the steps which I have done, like from the merged queries. Now these 4 steps which I have created, right? This is for the product, and this is the merge option, and this is the customers, and this is the merge for the customers. I am deleting these 4 steps. You can directly delete the in between steps also. Then it will come as an warning again to delete or not. But when we come from the beginning ending, right, it will not throw any error. Now initially we have this information. Now what I am doing is, instead of merge queries, I am using merge queries as new. Just it will create one more table, but here it will not happen anything. It will come as new table. That is the difference. Like it will create the duplicate. Okay, now I have taken this. The same thing I am doing. Now also I am taking from the customers too. And I am selecting the customer ID. Where is this customer ID? Yes. Again, we are taking the left join only. See, now what happened? Earlier, the merge option is appended in this particular table itself when we have used the merge queries. Now, when we have used the merge queries as new, right, it has been created one more table here itself. But what happened? This source, this join, but when you click the deleted this critical orders table, right, this will come the error because it is created reference from the critical orders table. Until earlier we have seen the reference, right? The same thing happened. The merge table is coming from the critical orders table, but when we perform the merge action, right, then only the new table is created. Now you can see the source also here because that is coming from the merged join and the critical orders table. See, so normally in the regular cases also we will not use anytime merge queries as new. Normally we will follow merge queries only. Understood? Now here in the interviews also you will get the questions like when you are doing the merge queries, how many rows or the columns will be created. Here when we do the merge queries, right, you will not get any extra rows. Whatever the rows we have, only we will get that number of rows, but the columns will be increasing. They will ask the differences between merge queries and append queries. Merge queries in the sense will get the information, matching information from the another table, and it will be loaded. The columns will be increased. Okay, later once we will see the append queries also will come here. And in the merge queries, what you need to know is, here we have different options, right? You will get that question like how many types of merge joins available in the merge: left join, right join, full outer, inner, left anti, right anti. Just go through it. It will be very helpful in the interviews also. Left means you will get all the rows from the left table and matching information. Now earlier we have seen, right? We got all the rows, but wherever we not found, we are getting as blank. But we are getting the complete information what we have in the critical orders table. But when we have performed the same thing in the right join, what happened? Whatever the information is in the right table, you will get all the information, the matching records from the left table. And here full outer in the sense whether it is matching or not matching, you will get all the information from the both the tables. Wherever we are matching, we will get that. Even though it is not matching also, we will get as null. NR join in the sense only we will get the matching rows. Now in this case, when I don't have 5, 6, 7 product IDs in this particular table, if I have used the NR join, then what happened here, we are getting earlier null records, right? You will not see that complete rows itself. The 5, 6, 7 product ID, wherever it is available in the critical orders, you will not able to find out that information at all. We'll see that example now. Now I am okay. First, now see here we have after merge queries. Now we have taken the product ID. No, okay. We will do the same thing again by using the product ID. Earlier we have done using the customers. Now here I am taking the merge queries again. And I am using the customers table. No, I want to use the products table. And here I am performing the inner join. Okay, now you can expand the required information from the product table. Now in this case, I am taking only the product name. Now we have the 5, 6, 7 IDs also in the products table. You will not get any nulls for now. Later we'll see the difference. Now when I am loading this information, see we don't have any nulls. Okay, now because we have this information, I am already I have used the left join itself. Just I am removing this rows again from here. Okay, now saving it. It is hanged again. 1 second.
లెఫ్ట్ అవుటర్ కి లెఫ్ట్ లాస్ట్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదండి, వాటికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటన్నాయా?
ఇప్పుడు అదే చూస్తున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కేసులో ఏంటంటే మనం లెఫ్ట్ జాయిన్ ఇచ్చాను కానీ ఇక్కడ 5, 6, 7 ఐడీస్ స్కిప్ అయినాయి కదా. ఇప్పుడే చూద్దాం. Okay, now when I refresh the data, you will get the blanks because when we have used the left join, you will get all the rows from the critical orders. That is the left table, right? Now we are taking the matching information from the right table, that is products table. Now here I have performed the merge option by using the left join. Now the 5, 6, 7 IDs is not available. What happened here? It is showing everything. One second here. Okay, it is saved only. Okay. Here we should not have that product IDs. Yeah, now we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now here. I am filtering out for the product ID 5, 6, 7. Just I am taking 5. It should not be. It should be available here itself. I don't know why it is not coming. Product ID is not there in 5. Even now also you'll get the same because we don't have any unidentified in this table, right, from the products table. So you'll get like that only. You don't have any information. See, even now also we are getting the same because we don't have that. Normally left join will fetch the information from the left table and matching records from the right table. Right join will work as same as left join, vice versa, and inner join will match the records from the both the tables, and outer join will give the records table from the both the tables even though it is matched or not matched. Left hand in the sense, for left join you will get the left information completely and matching information from the right. Left hand in the sense you will get the records from the left table, not from the right table. Now here we are getting information from the right table also, right? If I have used the same here left anti, see rows only in first column. See, everything is null because you will not get any information from the right table, only the matching information from the left table. This is left anti, only you will get the information from the left table itself. That is the main difference. Okay, understood about the merge queries. We will go for the append queries. Okay.
Nagendra, I have a couple of
Yeah,
questions.
tell me.
Yeah. So in SQL, basically we can join two table if there is a primary key, right? So primary key concept is not in Power BI.
No, we have it. If we don't have this product key, here we don't have
Mm,
like the product primary key and foreign key. Directly, it
mm,
will come as normally what we will do in the Excel, right? Directly, we'll select product ID from the critical orders, and we will select product ID from the product table, and we will write the VLOOKUP. The same thing here also. What we are doing is we are selecting the product ID from the first table and from product ID from the second table. When you are selecting that, automatically the join will be created. What we will write in the SQL, no, like the join that we are doing
mm.
by actions here, just by clicking on that, so that the the action will be performed on the matching records what we have given here.
Okay. So that means not required for the primary key,
No, here
whichever
it is
column
not
is.
required. Just if there is matching column, we will not declare
Mm,
any primary column, foreign column here. Just if there is matching information from the both the one, you can directly use it.
okay.
Yeah. Now see, these tables I have loaded from the Excel, so these were not. Now see here, when I am clicking on this customer's information, see in the end, automatically these merges has been created because I haven't loaded this. I have taken this information from the SQL and matching information like from the customers table, employees, orders, payments. You can expand it because here it is showing directly by the concept which you said right now. The primary key and foreign key is already defined in the SQL level. So whatever the matching information, like here, this is the foreign table, right? Customers is the foreign table, and we will have the dimension table in the sense like employees information, orders information. There we are using this customer's ID is available in the employees table also, so that has been automatically identified when we are loading this information from the SQL, because they may have created already foreign key, uh, primary key in there itself. Now for example, if you want to fetch out the customer name from the employees, directly you can expand here itself what we have done in the merge queries, right? That has been automatically identified when we have taken the load from SQL itself. Now even for here, even here also you will have the same thing. Whatever the matching records to the custom products table, that is automatically shown. If you want to fetch out any information, you can fetch out, otherwise you can skip it like this. Even for the events also, if there is any matching information, it will be automatically identified. Okay, this I have loaded personally for giving the yesterday I said no JSON file. For that I have loaded this info. These two tables has been automatically identified. Now what happened? Okay, we'll perform one action here. Now here I have order details. and here we have this. Okay, first we'll go to order details. Think that here I have the order ID and someone has ordered this product. I don't know who has ordered this product initially. This is the order number. I don't have the order name and what is the products they have ordered. Now the same operation how we to do in the Power BI, we will do that. First, we will load the orders table. Then from here, we will expand. Now, because here we don't have all the information like the product code we have, but we don't have the product proper name and we don't have any information. But for this 100, we have this information in this orders table. For 10100 here we have order date and time, request ship and status, comments, but here we don't have the product, customer name, right? For again this 360 to be mapped with the customers table, then only you will get the information. Now from the orders details table I want the product name because here we don't have the here we don't have the product name, we have the just product id. And for this order I want to see the customer name also. Now how will we do in the sql? In the sql you can create all the join between these three tables. Now the same thing we will do in the power bi. Okay, now I am loading this orders table. Recent data, classic models. Here I don't have the orders table. Now you can delete these three tables, not required, because those has been automatically identified. Order details. See, now the information is loaded. Okay, now what you want to fetch? See, here we have these two information. Like we have the order number and the product code only. See, automatically it has been identified. You can fetch the information from the orders table and you can fetch the information from the products table. Now I want to have customer's name and order ship date and everything. Now in the orders table, we have this information from the matching one. Here, anyway, I have this order number. In both the tables, order number will be same because from this only night we are matching this information. Now I am taking orders date and status, and I want to see the customer name also, right? I am directly here I have the customer number. From this customer number it has been automatically identified the customers table also. Again here see, until customer number only we have it, but when I expand it here it is showing this one, right? Customers and order details, because from this order details we are mapping again these two, primary key and foreign key. Now in this case I want only the customer name to fetch out the customer name from the customer number. Here I am taking these three columns from the classic models orders expansion, and later now one more table is created because there we have selected the customers table also, right? Now you can fetch the information from the customers table. Just I am taking the customer name.
So
Now
we can take column from here without using merge query
yeah,
option,
because
right?
this one we are directly taking from the SQL itself, right? So when they have proper modeling in the SQL itself, like primary key and foreign key, instead of using the merge queries also, you can directly load the information. But when you have taken this Excels, right, there will be no relationships or primary key and foreign key, right? So you will not able to map that columns automatically, so that we will go for the merge option. But here we have the proper information, right? The matching information. So we are directly expanding that particular information
Okay.
like this. Now see, we haven't written any merge queries, Directly we are expanding the required information. Now we have the complete information in the orders table, like we have the order date, status, customer name, and product name. These are all coming from the three different tables: products table, customers table, and orders table. But we haven't given any merge queries. Directly it has been identified. Normally in the real time, when we are in the CASA one, right, earlier, at that time, directly it will fetch the information from the MySQL itself, right? So that automatically it has been identified. But for few of the cases, weighted average, you remember, at that time, we have that information from the Google Sheets, no? At that time, we need to manually map the information by using the merge queries.
Okay. So it is a more, I mean, we can say that it is the easiest as compared to SQL joins.
Yeah, in the SQL joins, you need to write the complete joins, right? Now,
Write
for
the
example,
query and all things.
yeah,
Yeah.
now here we don't have the order details information. Oh, for
Okay.
what we have done here, I will write the SQL query now, just one information. Now here we have only order number. First I need to join, I am taking as OD. Now first I need to join orders table from here. And again from orders table, I want to join customers table also. Then only you will get this proper information. And again you need to join product table also. You need to get the product name. Instead of that, directly we have an option, the merge queries. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is the merge queries. Now we'll go to the append queries. Append queries in the sense that is very simple. Now here I have this information, and in this table itself, wait, let me delete these two. These are earlier I have created, for example, and later I have appended anyway. I'm deleting these two. Here I have this complete information. Think that we are getting only critical orders information, priority critical here, and high in the different table and low in the different table. Now the same columns and everything, the information is same, but the priority wise they are giving the separate tables. Okay, just I am splitting this information for two different tables. In the first thing, I will keep only. Okay, I think it will struck. I don't know. Here I am taking only critical orders in the critical table. It let me delete others. Now in the priority, we have only critical orders in the critical orders table. Now here I am renaming it to the second one. I am renaming it to high. Here we will take only high orders and we will remove remaining everything. Now we have only high here, and in this one I am taking other than critical and others. Just I am taking priority. Here I am taking other than critical and high. Just I want to delete these two. Now see here. In the priority sheet, we have low, medium, and not specified. In the high, we have only high, and in the critical orders, you have only critical orders. Now, normally, if you want to combine these three tables into one, normally what we will do in the real time, when we are doing Excel calculations or what, just we will copy this information completely from the orders table and keep we will paste one below the another. Like in this case, just we are keeping one by one below the another, so that automatically the complete information is available in the critical orders. Just we are combining the same thing we can do by append queries also. Now I have the critical orders. Just let me refresh it. Just I am saying this file. Now here in the critical orders, now we have this complete information. Let me delete this filter. Earlier we have filtered out for only product file. No? Now here Now we have only critical here because now we have removed the everything. I am loading the two tables also which we have created now. The high and the priority. When you want to combine these three tables into one, then only then we can use the append queries. Then what happens? The rows will be increased. That is, they will ask the difference also. When the rows is increased, what the action is performed. When the columns is increased, what the action is performed. Now I am selecting these two tables. Okay, it is loaded high as well as where is this priority? Okay, anything we'll check on this one. Just we need to combine both of them. Now here in the critical orders, until this step we don't have that information. Now in the after this expanded of the product, then only we are doing that information. Now what I am doing is just I am appending queries. Append queries. Same append queries and append queries as new. Append queries as new in the sense like earlier we have seen no merge queries as new. It is created one more table, the same thing. Here you can append multiple tables. Two tables, three or more tables. Two tables in the sense one more table. Just we are taking high. If you want to do more than two tables, directly you can come here and you can select the tables. Now here also we can do that. For this one is already there by default because we have taken this action from the critical orders table itself, right? So that it is automatically identified. Now I am taking high also to there. You can add multiple tables also when you want to append. Now when you click on OK, now see in this step we have appended this information. But when you come to expanded product, when you click on this priority, you will have only the critical. But when you click on this append queries, right, now the two tables has been combined, like the priority high and priority low tables. Both of them are combined. Then when you click on here, right, you will get both of them, critical high end. This is what append queries. Okay, now when we have the map, we have all the columns what we have in the table 1 and table 2, like in the critical and append queries. The same thing when we are doing in the SQL level, right? We will use the union function, union and union all. What union will do? It will not allow the duplicates. Union all will allow the duplicates. But in the SQL level, we have one condition because the exact column names to be there in both the tables. In table A and table B, exact column names is there. Now in this case also, we have critical orders. We have exact columns, and in the high priority also we have exact columns. Now if you don't have these exact columns in the SQL level, you will get an error. Now here in this case what happened, now you can see any blank rows, right? Because we have exact column information. Here we are getting nulls, that's fine, because here we are doing append queries after this step, and that too, and this is product ID 5 and 6, that's fine. Now we'll if the matching columns is not available in both the tables, here in the critical orders we have this complete information. Now what I am doing is in the high priority I am deleting this region column. See now how it will come. Oh, let me save this. Okay, let me refresh it 1 second. Just now I have refreshed. See, first thing here it is directly showing that region is not available. Until now here it is showing. The two tables only append. Wait. I am doing the same thing again. The append queries only. Oh, okay. One second. What happened here itself? We are getting the error. That is error is coming there also. Let's see, because here we have removed that column, right? Let me know. Here in the navigation we are not getting errors. In the promoted headers also we are not getting error. But when I click on this change type, right? So that's why. But from here we are mapping this information, right? So this is thrown the error because from here we are getting it. Anyone know why only in this step we got this error? Okay, let me tell you. Because here in this change type option, automatically the data types has been changed automatically by using identifier. Now what happened here, we have removed the region column, right? But earlier for the change type, see, you can see this error. The column region was not found because here we are performing action for the region also. Earlier the step has been created. See, the data type has been changed. Now what happened here in this step, the region column is not identified, so it is throwing the error. Now when you directly only delete this region one, then it automatically solve the error. Now the information is loaded. Here I have deleted that step now. I should not delete it. Anyway, I am doing the same thing again. If I don't perform the change type action, right, then it is fine. Wait, I will tell you that explanation also. Now I am appending both of them, but in the high table we don't have the region column. Now see how the information will come. Here we have the region column, okay, but when you scroll down to the high priority, okay, here there may be lot, just will filter out only for high priority. Then see how the region column will come. Now in this case, when you have done the same thing in SQL level, you will get the error because there is no matching columns between the both the tables. There is no proper idea. Now see here in the region, you will get everything as null because this column is not available in the high table, so that it will automatically create it because this information has been already available in the customers table. We are critical orders table, we have that information, but we don't have this information in the region column, so we are getting error. Now let me add one more column here. In the high table I am adding one more column. I am not giving the exact name as region, just I am keeping the like as city, just for example, and I am keeping will take any name, just I am keeping Hyderabad for everything for now. Now I have Hyderabad in high orders. I have taken only Hyderabad. I am saving. Now see, after we have 18 columns only, right? Now I am refreshing it once again. Now we have added the city column also, but we don't have the city column in the customer critical orders table. See, now the 19 columns, one column is increased. Now when you come here, see here the information is showing for only high orders because here we have filtered out only for high now. I am deleting this step. Now you will have this information blank for critical orders and only the Hyderabad information, the city information is only available for the priority high orders. Understood? This is the difference when you are doing any append queries between both the tables. If the column names are has been exactly identified, you will get that particular columns. If the column names are not identified properly between both the tables, then automatically the duplicate columns will be created. Duplicate column in the sense the new columns will be created, whatever it is not matching, and the information you will get wherever the column is available, you will get from that information, and remaining will come as nulls. Understood? This is append queries, and earlier we have seen the merge queries. This is the most important in interviews point also, and in the real time scenarios also. Okay, any doubts in this?